I want to bring something to your attention because it's interesting, and I don't know what to make of it. I'm going to show it to you. I've got my opinions, I've got my thoughts, but I honestly can't explain it. And it involves YouTube here. So, as you know, there is a hell of a lot of censorship here on YouTube. A lot. Undeniably. I've seen it for a long time. We've been doing this since 2014. And let me tell you this. We used to be monetized once before, a while back. Like circa 2017, 2018, and possibly 2016. Yeah, I think it started in 2016 through 2018. And I voluntarily gave up that monetization to prove a point. I was proving the point that that's not why we're here. We're not here for the money. I was proving it both to YouTube and to the audience. And at that particular time, we couldn't hardly get anything monetized. I mean, they demonetized just about everything we did. And I just kind of laughed at it. Again, not here for that. And so when I just made the decision to remonetize the channel, I thought, I don't expect to be able to monetize much of anything, because here's the thing. I wasn't going to change. I haven't changed. I haven't changed a thing about what I do, other than I've been putting out report videos throughout the day. That is the only change we've made here at the Watchman News, is I started putting out more content throughout the day, and it hasn't been toned down. It hasn't been avoiding subjects. I don't avoid saying certain words like COVID-19 or vaccine or mandates, or, I'm not afraid to say any of those words, and I think I've made that abundantly clear. Look at the videos I put out today. I'm at a loss, and you're going to see why. I couldn't get anything monetized before. Let me bring you over and show you the back end of our YouTube. This is no joke. I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom, because it lets me choose 10, 30, 50. I'm going to choose 50, so we'll go down 50 and we'll start back at the top. For the last 50 consecutive, over 50 consecutive uploaded videos, there is not a single one that is demonetized. Not a single one. Now, mind you, before you think that we're rolling in dollars now, we don't get crap for views. We've got, very low views. So that's not going to amount to a fortune, believe me. But nonetheless, I find that very interesting, because if you listen to our content, if you've been paying attention, watching the videos, I have not. You can tell my position. You can tell my opinion clearly in my content. I don't hide it. I think the only difference that I do that, differs from a lot of other channels is because it's, 90... At very least 95% information and 5% opinion. I only put a little bit of me in there. Why? Because it's news. It's not about me. That's a narcissist thing. It's not about me. It's the news. It's the information. That's why I hope you come. And so I put out the information. Yep, I may say a thing or two about it. You may be able to clearly, and usually can, clearly identify my opinion on the matter. And that's it. It's over. And that's the only thing that I can come up with, is that it's because the content is based around the information and not based around my opinion. And that's the only thing I can come up with. Again, I'm not saying it's right. I have no clue. It doesn't make sense to me. Now, live, Live is a different story. Even right now, we're under we're under limited ads. Even right as we're live right now. Once in a while, they might give me a monetization for a live. It seems like they had a couple, 3 bunches of 2s there. I don't know. I don't see any rhyme or reason with it, but the lives we don't get to keep monetization too much. But the uploads, I can't explain it, and I can't even tell you what that amounts to because we don't even have our first set of numbers yet. So I'm still waiting. So anyway, I just wanted to show you that because it makes no sense, and I have to include it with the discussion because it's completely relevant. So here's my question when it comes to my particular situation. Well, my other question. Okay, are they throwing the dog a bone? Or are they saying, okay, well, we'll let you monetize these videos, but we're going to make sure that they don't make it very far? I don't know, because our views aren't that great, but our views have never been that great. And let me tell you what, I don't expect them to be. I'm not the most personable person. I don't have the best voice. The audio will sound a little better after I get the mixer, but there are reasons. I get that. I get that. I'm not entitled to people. There's a lot of channels that think that they're entitled to viewers and subscribers and all of that. Not entitled to anything. You get out here, you put in your time, you do your thing, and if you get lucky, you might be a big YouTuber. But pretty much it's like a rock star thing at this point in time. If you were here back in the day, it would have been a different story if you'd been here and put in all that time. But a lot of those folks are gone because they've been ran off because of the censorship and the demonetization and all of that stuff. So a lot of those folks have been run off. It kind of reminds me of what they do at companies a lot of times, right? They'll have a group of employees that's been there for a really, really long time. And so their salaries are like huge, and a lot of times they're paying into retirement programs and stuff like that as part of earlier deals like 401ks and stuff like that. And these companies figured out, well, if we can get these employees to get out of here, if we can push these employees out of here, we don't have to offer those benefits to the newer employees, and we'll just kind of start moving new people up the ranks and just not give them as good of a deal, and we make a lot more money. I really honestly think that when the original, I'll call it the original purge of YouTube happened, I think it was largely that. I think it was getting rid of a lot of the channels that were really, really successful in making a huge amount of money. Because I do think that they did run into issues as far as advertising woes and stuff like that. Absolutely. I think that was a thing. I don't know. And I also ask questions on that side of things when it refers to YouTube. And again, it's just, to me, it's only responsible to ask questions and to try to understand, and to understand based on the facts, not understand based on what I want to hear. I'm just looking for the answers. I asked myself the question, is there more advertisers now? Since the whole market thing has shifted, because the online market is huge, which I think also reinforces why the Biden administration wants the IRS to really dig into bank accounts, because I think there was an extreme amount of business market, the retail market that went online and has continued to stay online. and not so much in person anymore. And I think it was large before and ever growing, but with the COVID-19 pandemic, it just exploded, especially things like Amazon. And you had other companies like Walmart, okay, and more companies than that started working on their next day, delivery kind of stuff. And so there were multiple companies that did it. And so, that's a big deal. And so a lot of people just started shopping that way. Well, I think that's also another reason, possibly, why we might not be seeing so much in the stores. I'm wondering if some of these retailers, the large ones obviously, if they're going to try to steer a little bit away from their big box retail stores, so to speak, and maybe move to something a little bit different, like instead of you going in and browsing, maybe just either pick up and delivery, or have it shipped to your home. Who knows? Who knows? And I know that's off the subject, but I see a lot of changes happening, and we have to kind of look to where those changes are going. We don't know if things are going to completely fall apart in the next 6 months, in the next 6 days, or the next 6 minutes. We don't know. The only thing that we can do is try to analyze the situation the best we can and be the best we can prepared to deal with whatever comes our way. I see a lot of market shifting, and I'm just curious if maybe the internet, the online advertisement revenue is a lot more now as a result of those shifts. So if that's the case, then that's possibly good news for YouTubers, for YouTube creators. I don't know if other YouTube creators are experiencing that, if they're having a lot more things monetized now than what they usually did, or I have no idea. I'm only one me. So, but I find it very interesting, and the only other thing that I can contribute it to is divine intervention, and I wouldn't know. Other YouTubers would have to let me know if that looks like divine intervention to them. I know it's completely surreal to what I remember as the YouTube partnership program, because they wouldn't monetize hardly anything we put up. I don't know.